Hey Los Blancos fans, welcome back to Real Madrid News. Today I'm absolutely buzzing to bring you some incredible updates today, and trust me, you're going to want to stick around for this one. We've got massive news about Mbappé's highly anticipated return, some concerning injury updates that could shake up our Champions League campaign, and exclusive details about Álvaro Carreras' dramatic situation with Benfica that has taken a shocking turn. But before we dive into all this madness, smash that like button, hit subscribe if you haven't already, and ring that notification bell because you absolutely do not want to miss any of these breaking developments. Let's get into it. All right, let's start with the news that has every Madridista celebrating. Kylian Mbappé is back. After missing the entire group stage of the FIFA Club World Cup 2025 due to a severe case of gastroenteritis, our French superstar has returned to full training in Miami and is officially available for selection against Juventus in the round of 16. Now, here's what's really interesting. Mbappé has been participating normally in training sessions, showing clear signs of complete recovery. However, Xavi Alonso is being incredibly cautious with our $180 million investment. The expectation is that Kylian will likely start on the bench, gradually building up his match fitness throughout the game to avoid any potential setbacks. Speaking of the Juventus clash, let me break down what we're expecting for the starting 11. Thibaut Courtois will anchor our defense between the posts. And honestly, after his incredible performances this season, the old lady should be worried. Our back four looks absolutely formidable. Trent Alexander-Arnold bringing that Liverpool attacking flair from right back, the rock-solid partnership of Antonio Rudiger and Dean Huijsen in the center. And can we talk about how impressive this young Dutchman has been, with Fran Garcia providing pace and creativity down the left flank. The midfield trio is where things get really exciting. Aurélien Tchouameni will be our defensive anchor. This guy has been absolutely phenomenal since joining from Monaco for $80 million. Federico Valverde continues to be our engine in the middle, and Jude Bellingham. Well, what more can we say about this generational talent? At just 21, he's already become indispensable to our system. Up front, we're looking at Arda Güler continuing his breakout season, Vinicius Jr. bringing his electrifying pace and skill. And here's the big question. Will it be Gonzalo Garcia getting another opportunity, or will Xavi Alonso risk starting Mbappé after his recent illness? Real Madrid finished top of their group despite some early struggles, while Juventus had a roller coaster campaign, winning their first two matches before suffering a crushing 5-2 defeat to Manchester City that cost them the top spot in Group G. Now, it's not all sunshine and rainbows in the Real Madrid camp. We've got some concerning injury updates that could significantly impact our squad depth moving forward. Let's talk about Endrick first. Our young Brazilian sensation, who cost us $60 million from Palmeiras, suffered an injury during the final stages of the European season and has been in recovery for several weeks now. While he's rejoined the squad in Miami, his absence from the more demanding training sessions is raising serious questions about his actual fitness level. The medical department is being extremely cautious with the 18-year-old, and everything points to him missing the Juventus clash. This is particularly frustrating because Endrick had shown such promise in his early appearances, and his pace and directness could have been crucial against Italian defense. Even more concerning is the situation with David Alaba. The Austrian defender has been battling physical problems throughout the entire season, unable to maintain any sustained run of matches. Known unfortunately for his injury history, Alaba is another name that could be absent against Juventus. The technical staff is monitoring his situation with extreme caution, and they're not ruling out leaving him out completely to prevent further complications. For a player who cost us nothing on a free transfer but whose wages reportedly exceed $12 million annually, these recurring fitness issues are becoming a real headache. Injuries have been a constant source of frustration for the club in recent years. Even with a squad full of talent and depth, these recurring physical problems force our coaches to be creative and constantly adapt their tactical approaches. Now, let's dive into one of the most dramatic stories in recent transfer news. The Alvaro Carreras situation with Benfica has reached a point of no return. Here's what's been happening behind the scenes, and trust me, this is like something out of a football soap opera. The relationship between our young left-back and the Portuguese club has completely broken down following what sources close to the player describe as a trust-shattering episode. Benfica has allegedly gone back on previously agreed commitments, trying to make it seem like Real Madrid never made a formal proposal. But here's the truth. There was an agreement, and it was Benfica who unilaterally broke the pact they had signed with the player. Following Benfica's recent elimination by Chelsea in European competition, Carreras feels finally free from the toxic environment that had developed in Lisbon. He's made a definitive decision. Under no circumstances will he play for Benfica again. The relationship has been damaged beyond repair due to broken promises and internal pressure he'd been suffering, but here's where it gets really interesting for us Madridistas. Real Madrid has maintained a firm stance throughout this entire saga. From day one, the club made it clear they wouldn't abandon Carreras in the middle of this conflict with Benfica. The Madrid hierarchy understands that the environment in Lisbon had become toxic for the young Galician defender, and staying in Portugal could seriously compromise both his development and well-being. The board is fully aware of their responsibility toward a player who, since coming through our youth divisions, has demonstrated enormous potential and commitment to the white shirt. The message from Valdebebas is direct and unambiguous. Alvaro Carreras will be a Real Madrid player, whether now or in the very near future. The club will respect their bond with the player, and he will return to defend the shield where he was born as a footballer. Once Real Madrid concludes their participation in the FIFA Club World Cup, the procedures to make Carreras' signing official will be finalized. The agreement between club and player is practically closed, with only administrative details remaining to complete the operation. And now for some exciting transfer news that could shape our future. Real Madrid has reportedly set their sights on Kees Smith, a 19-year-old Dutch midfielder from AZ Alkmaar, who's been making waves across European football. This kid is special, and I mean really special. Smith was instrumental in the Netherlands' recent UEFA European Under-19 Championship victory, where they defeated Spain in the final. But that's not all. Back in 2023, he was a key player in AZ Alkmaar's historic UEFA Youth League campaign, where they shocked the continent by eliminating giants like Real Madrid and Barcelona to claim the title. Talk about making a statement against the biggest clubs in Europe. This season, Smith has taken that crucial step up to AZ's first team, playing regularly and earning praise for his maturity despite his young age. There are even growing rumors that Ronald Koeman is considering calling him up to the senior Netherlands squad for the September international break. According to Spanish newspaper AS, Real Madrid has intensified their efforts in recent days to secure Smith's signature. Initially, PSV Eindhoven seemed to be leading the race, hoping to keep him within the Eredivisie, but our strategic moves behind the scenes could completely change the direction of negotiations. Here's something that might work in our favor. Smith is reportedly a Real Madrid fan. Images of him wearing our iconic orange away kit from last season have gone viral on social media recently, showing his affinity for the club. While being a fan alone won't decide a transfer, it certainly doesn't hurt in negotiations like these. Technically, Smith is described as a complete central midfielder who combines physical strength with excellent game reading, good passing ability, and refined ball control. These characteristics fit perfectly with the profile Real Madrid typically seeks to strengthen our midfield. With Toni Kroos recently retired and Luka Modric's potential final departure looming, the club is in a process of renewal and reconstruction in this vital sector. Young names with significant room for growth are the priority in our transfer policy. Let me give you my expert take on these developments, because there's some really interesting tactical and strategic implications here. First, Xavi Alonso's cautious approach with Mbappé shows the long-term thinking we need. Rushing back a $180 million player from illness for one match, even an important one like this Juventus clash, could backfire spectacularly. The fact that he's willing to potentially start him on the bench demonstrates the kind of strategic patience that wins tournaments. The injury situation with Endrick and Alaba highlights a broader issue that's been plaguing top clubs. The intense fixture congestion is taking its toll on players' bodies. Real Madrid's medical staff deserves credit for not taking unnecessary risks. The Carreras situation is fascinating from a club management perspective. Real Madrid's handling of this shows exactly why they're considered the pinnacle of football. They protect their own. This kind of institutional loyalty is what separates the truly great clubs from the rest. As for Kiss Smith, this represents exactly the kind of forward-thinking recruitment Real Madrid excels at. Getting a potential generational talent before he explodes onto the scene is vintage Florentino Perez strategy. If they can secure him now, it could be looked back on as one of the steals of the decade. And there you have it, Los Blancos fans. What an absolutely incredible set of developments at our beloved Real Madrid. To recap, Mbappé is back and ready for Juventus, though he might start from the bench. We've got some injury concerns with Endrick and Alaba that we need to monitor closely. The Carreras saga with Benfica has reached its dramatic conclusion with his return to Madrid all but guaranteed, and we could be on the verge of securing another Dutch gem in Kiss Smith. The FIFA Club World Cup is heating up, and with these developments, Real Madrid is positioning itself perfectly for both immediate success and long-term dominance. What do you think about these updates? Should Xavi Alonso start Mbappé against Juventus or ease him back slowly? Are you excited about potentially signing Kiss Smith? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. That's all for today. Please leave your comments below and hit the like button. Thank you for watching.